I want you. I want you so bad. I want you. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me mad.
That's right, kids. Today we'll be learning about the Vietnam draft. Forward march. In 1969, the first draft lottery was held since 1942. Unlike the draft lottery of 1942, this draft lottery of 1969 was held for the Vietnam War. This draft lottery was an annual televised event with 366 blue capsules. Within each capsule there was a birth date. These blue capsules were hand-drawn and assigned a number from 1 to 366 based on the order they were drawn in. Any man from 18 to 26 with that birthday would be responsible to report for the draft. Low numbers were drafted first. High numbers often weren't drafted at all. In 1973, the draft was ended. If you were called to war, sometimes you could get out of it. This is called deferment. Deferments were usually given to students who were pursuing their educational career, but you could also get deferment for a multitude of reasons. If you could convince the draft board that you should not be in war, then they would give you deferment. A great musician, Phil Oakes, listed some of the reasons you could get deferment in his song, Draft Dodger Rag, which I will play for you now.
But when I got to my old draft board, buddy, this is what I said. Sarge, I'm only 18, I got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I've got eyes like a bat, and my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Yes, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm a-working in a defense plant.
Criminals also got deferment. Yes, even litterbugs, as Arlo Guthrie taught us in his famous Alice's Restaurant.
Kid, have you rehabilitated yourself?
Sergeant, you got a lot of goddamn gall to ask me if I've rehabilitated myself. I mean, I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the army, burn women, kids, houses, children, and villages after being a litterbug.
Some people you might know today that got deferred way back when are Mitt Romney, Donald Trump, Ted Nugent, and Muhammad Ali, who famously fought the draft because of his religious reasons. Muhammad Ali stood by his beliefs even when he faced imprisonment. He lost his title, he wasn't allowed to box in America, and he wasn't allowed to get a visa to box overseas.
You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Shoot them for what? How am I gonna shoot them? Them little poor little black people, little babies and children and women. How can I shoot them poor people? That would just take me to jail.
Yay, Muhammad Ali! Now let's talk about something more fun than being drafted. Protesting drafting! Protests were largely done by students who were getting their education in college. After their 4 years of education, hard work to earn a degree, what use would that degree be in a war zone? It wouldn't be much use, let's face it. Peace, love, and hippies also fought the draft because we love peace, us hippies. Is that going in my hair? Ta-da! I'm a hippie! People protested with signs, buttons, and the burning of their draft cards.
Any person who alters, forges, knowingly destroys, knowingly mutilates, or in any manner changes this certificate may be fined not to exceed $10,000 or imprisoned for not more than 5 years, or both.
Music was also a very common way of protesting.
For I marched to the battles of the German trench in a war that was bound to end all wars. Oh, I must have killed 1 million men, and now they want me back again, but I ain't marching anymore.
Put down your books and pick up a gun. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. The next stop is Vietnam.
Is there anybody here with glory in their eyes, loyal to the end, whose duty is to die? I wanna see him, I wanna wish him.
To the morning brings my train.
I hope you enjoyed your little taste of anti-draft songs from that era. If you'd like to hear more, the more that I couldn't fit in this video, I have created a playlist that you can click here to go to. Your annotations are off, this is awkward. Sometimes protesting wasn't enough and you couldn't get deferment from the draft. Then what do? Well, Canada was always an option. An illegal option, but an option nonetheless.
Hello, I am Mr. Ed Cahey. I am Julia Cahey's father. And I was born December 8th, 1955.
How old were you when the draft ended?
I was 17 years old, a senior in high school when the draft ended. I had been watching the black and white news for every evening with my father for years, and they showed the Vietnam happening every day, and they would count up the score, how many people died. And I had to start thinking as I got closer and closer to the age of 18 what I was going to do when it became my decision to enter the draft.
What was your plan if you were drafted?
I had no plan. I saw that there was a man in Virginia that was taken to court for refusing to enter the draft. I was not a Quaker. There were certain ways out. So at Christmas time in '73, well, the draft ended in '73, so I guess January, so I guess it was '72. My sister came home. She hadn't lived home, and she had joined the Weathermen, and she had a lot of friends, and the Weathermen were an underground revolutionary group, and my sister said that she was going to send me to Canada. I knew a lot of the Yippies, which were another revolutionary political group, like Abby Hoffman and Pie Man, and they were going to hide me and give me fake ID and send me to Canada. This never came to fruition because the draft came about. After they suspended the draft, they continued with a selected service where when you turn 18, you have to sign up for the future draft. I never did that. I was totally against it. So I never went to the service, and I never probably would. All right, goodbye people. I hope you never have to deal with a draft.
60% of eligible men escaped the draft through deferment. A countless number of Americans fled to Canada to escape the draft. And 25% of the military was made up of draftees. Halt 1, 2.
Is there too much light?
No, there's...
My glasses?
No, you're fine now.
Incredibly handsome?
You're incredibly handsome. I greatly appreciate you starting a lawnmower in the middle of the video. What type of climate do you think they have in Vietnam? I should Google it, because I'm wearing a hat. Only because it has army print on it. I said quiet on set. You are not being quiet. Oh, you just got louder.
I put on this shirt just for you. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Tell the people what the shirt is. And now you see it. What's the shirt, Dad?
It's Grace and Janice.
Grace and Janice.
Grace Slick and Janice Joplin.
Hey, your head's cut out of frame, so I need to back up a little bit.
Very 70s.
Alright. Okay. Hold on.
60s, I guess.
Can you look in the camera and say YOLO?
Why?
I just want you to say YOLO.
No, I can't do that. What, are you going to show that to everybody?
No, just say YOLO or swag. Just look here. Do it, please.
YOLO?